Welcome to the Ask Jordan podcast, answering your questions about selling on Amazon. Now, with a mouth bigger than any fulfillment center from Long Island, New York, here's your host, Jordan Malik.
Hello there, Amazon sellers. This is your host, Jordan Malik. This is the Ask Jordan podcast 44th episode. 44th episode. Thank you so much for making me part of your day, with receiving your emails and your compliments. It's an honor that you listen to this podcast. Hey, can I ask you for a favor? If you have iTunes on your PC or you have iTunes on your iPhone or iPad, please rate this podcast and comment if you want to submit comments about it. You do that by opening up your iTunes store and doing a search for Ask Jordan. The icon for the show is like a big red block with the words Ask Jordan on it. And when you click that, it'll give you an opportunity of this like a sub-menu called Ratings and Reviews. I have 5 or 6 comments there. I'd really like to get a lot more. And I know that many of you enjoy the podcast. So please go on there and give me 5 stars if you can and write a quick review if you wish. This is the podcast, if you're listening to us the first time, welcome, where we only answer your questions about selling on Amazon. Every episode, we answer a question from you, the listener, that you provide about selling on Amazon. If you missed an episode, please go to askjordan.net, askjordan.net. The previous recent episodes, and there's also a link to the archives is there. And if you want to hear your voice on an episode, like you're going to hear shortly from a caller, and you want to get 7 of my best-selling ebooks, I'm going to tell you how to do that after we answer today's question. And today's question is from Kathy from Illinois. Go ahead, Kathy.
Hi, Jordan. This is Kathy from Illinois. I'm a new Amazon seller who has consumed all of your podcasts. Thank you so much for the useful information. Here's my question. When I come home from shopping for bargains in retail stores or yard sales, I'm not sure how to process all of the merchandise I buy. In what order do you inventory it, remove labels, clean it, bag it, list it on your site, store it? I'm hoping you could walk me through an efficient way to process all of the varied types of items that I'm bringing home to sell on Amazon. Thanks.
Kathy, you have a wonderful radio voice. I like your voice very much. Okay, so you're doing something very smart. You are heading out to yard sales and garage sales and procuring inventory to resell on Amazon. You're likely finding used toys, which Amazon calls collectible. You're likely finding used and new CDs, DVDs, and books, which you can also sell on Amazon. You're probably finding new in-packaged baby products. You're probably finding small electrics, used and new, still in the box, etc. So you want to know, when you bring all this stuff home, what's the most efficient way to go through it? And I'm going to give you the short answer. The short answer is hire somebody to free yourself up, Kathy. If you're the only one in the household or one of 2 people that's doing a lot of product scouting, searching for products locally and online to resell, that is where your time is best spent. Now, of course, many of you who are starting out probably can't afford to do that yet, but I'm not talking about hiring a full-time employee. I'm talking about a relative or a neighbor, somebody who can come in and maybe once a week for a little extra cash money, clean up and clean up items, make sure the items are 100% complete with or without instructions. If there's instructions provided, you don't have to include them. We have, Kathy, my wife and I do the bulk of our Amazon. My wife and I are the Amazon business. This is it. 2 people that do this on a very part-time basis, finding products and selling them on Amazon. Our total sales for just that Amazon business in 2014 was $140,000. And roughly half of that was our net pre-tax profit. That was our profit after all expenses and fees and Amazon seller fees, etc. And there are plenty of people who are like you or like me, who have far less formal education than I do, that are doing 3 to 10 times the amount that I just spoke of. So anyway, my wife and I will still process stuff on our own. So we'll bring stuff home from a yard sale and we'll wipe it down. And it's usually the most organization that we do if we're doing it ourselves. So we're just putting stuff in piles. Used toys might go in one pile. Toys that are still in the package that can be still sold on Amazon as new because they're sealed in the original package goes in another pile. CDs of varying conditions go in different piles. We may have a pile of CDs in good condition in one pile. CDs in very good condition. Amazon asks you to provide the condition that's required. Some CDs are brand new, still sealed. Those go in another pile. So it's the way that you get efficient, Kathy, for the way that you get efficient in doing that and processing your items that you receive from garage sales is outsourcing, hiring somebody to do the work for you when you get to the point where you can hire somebody. It's not going to take very long. If you're sourcing every weekend, pretty soon you're going to be having enough income coming in to be in a position to hire somebody to do that work for you. And the reason why I say that is because the delightful part of sourcing from garage sales and yard sales is that you're acquiring things for, say, 50 cents, $1, $2, but the lowest selling prices on Amazon can be $10, $12, $25, $50, $100. So there's plenty of room in there for you to allocate a little tiny bit of money to hire somebody hourly to come in part-time, a few hours a day, a few hours a week to process it for you. Okay. I'm not going to get into whether or not you pay somebody cash under the table. That's up to you. If you want to play by the rules, there are rules which I'm going to get to in a minute, a resource for you in a minute. So, Kathy, one thing that's going to help you is discovering how to package different items. And I have a page for you. It's a redirect to my friend Deborah Conrad's site, who documents a lot of these step-by-step photos and videos on how to package things to prep them to send into Amazon's warehouses. And that redirect, Kathy, is all lowercase, bit.ly/packagehow, all one word. Packagehow is one word, bit.ly/packagehow. That link is also available if you go to askjordan.net and look for episode 44. It'll be there next to episode 44. Also, Kathy, there is a gentleman you may have heard of who's in California. His name is Brett Bartlett, and he has grown to the point where he has about 20 staff people who do a number of things for him, including his sourcing. And he's documented the entire process and the strategy behind that. If I had to guess, he's doing over $1 million in sales on Amazon per year. One of his main sources of product is garage sales and yard sales because, again, the products can be found so inexpensively. To get to that course, and I make no money from this, this is an inexpensive kind of video, audio course and documents. It's at provensourcing.com, 2 words, proven sourcing, PROVEN, sourcing.com. And that will kind of plant a seed for you, Kathy, in your mind when you're ready to expand, which you're eventually going to have to do. If you're the only person who's doing the prepping and cleaning of your garage sale and yard sale finds, and you're doing the listing and the customer service, etc., there's only so much bandwidth you can do. You can have a nice, cozy business making $50,000 a year in pre-tax profit if it's just you doing this 40 hours a week. 50, 75, maybe even 100,000 if you work extra hard. You're going to hit a wall because there's only so much you'll be able to do. And the processing part, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, we hired a couple neighbors who come in once, twice, 3 times a month to process our garage sale finds. And there are other merchandise we bring home, peel stickers, price stickers off of them, clean them, put them in bubble wrap or poly bag them or pre-box them, etc. And that frees up. That's a tremendous liberating feeling because it's an awful big time suck. And believe me, there's probably somebody in your neighborhood who will work for $8, $10 an hour for that type of thing, especially if you think about some of the youth, your nephew, son, husband, who knows. Kathy gets all 7 of my ebooks about selling on Amazon and eBay. Kathy, just go to AskJordan.net, click on the small envelope icon near the upper right-hand corner, send me an email so I know where to send your ebooks to. Now, if you, the listener, want to submit a question to the podcast and have a chance to win all my best-selling ebooks, just like Kathy, just call 516-619-ONLINE. That's a voicemail box for the show. 516-619-ONLINE or 516-619-6654. Or go to AskJordan.net and scroll down, look for the directions and submitting your question there. Hey, thanks for listening. This has been the Ask Jordan podcast. I appreciate you so much. We'll see you again in the next episode.